New playthrough, playing Nigeria. A long time coming for this one. This is my first country I played. Real Nigeria, there's a new update. Armor's really expensive. Production cost is crazy. The research time is really bad. But it's realistic, and I like it. So everyone's buffed besides me. God of War, max everything. We're saying regular difficulty just because of the technology research speed. That's about it. We'll go to war in September 2009. That's the goal. We won't start with much whatsoever, but it's a pretty strong country. Let's turn the music down. First thing we're going to do is 2 fossil fuel power plants for the 2 offices we're going to do. And we'll build infrastructure, network inf, and the civs. That's how the line will look. For our focus, we're going to do Fed government into constitution, and when we get to this first one done, we want to get our education up to free primary and into free universal quality education because of the literacy rate dynamic modifier. Our research is just going to be electronics for a while until like 2004. We're going to focus mainly on our spy agencies and be really important with the blueprints. We need scientists and safecrackers for France and Germany. We need about 90 trains. We'll get that going and we'll start the game. And if I have cuts, it's because there's absolutely nothing going on. But I will talk about what we're going to do next, and then I'll probably cut to when I finish this focus. This focus is I'm going to talk about. So after this, these first 3, we're going to get down to anti-debt agenda into the 2 offices. We're going to get our independent corrupt practices commission, get our corruption down, and then we'll go from there. But as far as our political power, it's just going to be spent on getting our corruption down. We could go the piracy route, get all this, and get the piracy for an extra. You get like 3.1 political power, but we're going to go the Niger Delta Development Commission route into the hydroelectric dams because those are very powerful, and there's a bunch of rivers, so there's a lot of them to help you out. We did the 2 offices because we want to get this research slot and for our economic cycles for our productivity, but that's the main reason for these research slot right here. Past that threshold. For our new research slot, we're just going to do 3D printers all the way down to 2005. And then start researching our guns, 16s, the M4s. Once you get your corruption down and you fix some of your army guys, it's good to get your police up because then you can increase your population tax rate. It'll circumvent that and you'll actually see a profit beyond what you did to increase your spending. That's something we'll do too as time goes on. These are pretty cool, the models compared from Niger to Nigeria. Pretty neat. We're going to pick up allocation of rights and then do water crisis so we can finish the Niger Delta line over here. As far as our construction, it's the same thing as before. We're just microing the fossil with the network infrastructure and the civilian. We are behind a little bit here. Yeah, by a negative 2%, it's going to be even worse here, but that's all right. That's not perfectly microed. Not a huge deal. They finished pretty quickly. We finished that right side, so now we're going to go into the new water legislation, into the hydroelectric power project. And after that, we're going to grab Togo and population crisis, and then finish this off down to progressive development and our mills up to Abuja armories, and then get to the war as soon as we can in 2009. There's an oil-rich region that's being contested between us and Cameroon. We're gonna seize it, Bakassi Peninsula. You say it. We're gonna fight back, but that's all that happens. There's not actually fighting that goes on. I haven't seen this before. They surrendered. Cameroon has surrendered the peninsula to us. Time to celebrate our victory and to move on to the next chapter of our relationship, ruling over the region of Bakassi and the surrounding areas. Rightfully ours. Good deal. Since we rushed the dams, I mean, we could grab this thermodynamic basics now. Would not be ideal, though. We're probably just not going to grab this at all for a long time. We go down into nanotubes and get more productivity. The rest we don't care about. We just care about the productivity, and that base efficiency helps as well. We finished our dams, so for the focus, so we're going to construct these power plants now. Hydroelectric power plants. This first one has 4 dams. It consists of 4 dams. Second one, wow, they're all their own thing, and they're all real, huh? Or projects, one of them. Wow, pretty cool. And there's some more that come out. So it's 2003. We have nothing we can really research now, but we need to get our guns up. So we'll start doing guns. MIO for funds gained and reliability. Reliability is different now with the new doctrines. You do not get any more near the bonus you did before, so you really have to watch reliability. I've never played past 2010 and the new updates and everything, so we'll see how it all works out together. It's March 2004. This is how our construction looks. We got 15. We have 1 stack of factories. Fossil fuel, we're gonna have 2 more, just so we have some leeway on a fossil fuel if we need it, and we're gonna build that maglev terrain civilian research facility. We'll get the armor one in about a year and a half later, because we need to go full on armor, full on research into all of this stuff here. It's just a lot. There's a lot of stuff we need. We need the APC upgrades. We need self-propelled howitzer and tanks. Okay, we got all of our blueprints done, so we're gonna launch that. Or we should have infiltrated them before then, but it's actually pretty bad. I didn't do that. Dang. It's okay, they only have 1 scientist. Don't have any safe crackers, which sucks. We're just gonna infiltrate and take their civilians. We need the railroads all the way up. I mean, that's about it. What we really care about is the railroad, 300% bonus. But we have no safe crackers, so it's gonna be 200%. So let's establish a cybersecurity division. Update with technology. I'm kind of doing really short ones here because once this early Cold War ammunition is done, they'll all line up, or we can get the next 2005 version of all these 3 technologies for the electronics. Our construction is what it looks like after civilian maglev trains, infrastructure, and then network in. Back to scaling civilians. Our dams are almost done, and then we'll just scale up like crazy with our money and not have to build any more fossil fuels. Not having any thermodynamic did hurt, just because we have so many people, but I think it was the right decision. I have been a little bit lackluster with keeping my focuses exactly on the day. Once we finish progressive development after this pop crisis is done, this will help us with our cycle as we're going into our civilian research facility, keep on this economic boom. And then we're going to get our mills, and it'll be the rise of the Kano Caliphate. The next step is getting this corporate tax rate down to 1%. We're going to get this down to 1% as soon as we can. Next thing, we're going to get on globalized. Let's actually do that now. Let's get the globalized. We'll probably owe 1 civ, if that. And we'll get this down to 1% corporate tax. Get this population tax rate up as well, around like 91%, maybe a little bit lower than that's probably okay. And we'll focus on our officer academy. We are unable to automatically repeat. Why? I've never seen that before happen after just 1 attempt. That's not good at all. I don't know why that is, but we're gonna have to go to Germany instead. See what happens in Germany. This is actually bad for our technology snowball. It's good for our economy, but that doesn't really help as much as you think. I need rails. I'm not going to research rails without bonus. I did get 1 though already, I think. Yeah, I got 1, not 300% because we don't have a safe cracker. Bad roll of the dice, that's all. We do have some models that look similar to the rest of this region's armed forces, but it's more of based on the template that you got, you know. But it's pretty cool. I mean, they're still different. It's great. Gotta keep making more of these dams, and now they cost money. Gotta keep adding production to these dams that we have. And after that, yeah, we're still doing what we said before. We gotta get enough military factories for small arms, utility vehicles, C4 equipment, and ATGM. And that's it. That's all we need. This is cool. There's the General National Congress as Libya. I have seen Gaddafi's loyalists, and I have seen a different one. And there's New Sudan, and they're pretty similar colors. We are stealing the German blueprints, getting our tax rate down to 1% corporate, and get our population tax rate up because we're at 100% stability, so we're losing money right now, basically. Get that figured out as soon as possible. Right now, we're ready to get our guns and our utility vehicles. We don't need to use the equipment doctrine on this because we need to use it for our light anti-tank, but we will use it for our utility vehicles for the Mamba. I got time to waste, so I'm just gonna grab the rail now, just so we make sure we have that bonus all the way through the next one. Nothing else really going on besides getting our upgrades as best we can. We're gonna start getting the ciphers and the hacking. Got our utility vehicle upgrade. Yeah, we did. Got it. That's good. They're both done at the same time. We'll grab 4 or 5 military factories against 5. And we'll head down to Kano. And we'll take these regions and build up so we can take out Ethiopia with self-propelled artillery and some rangers or whatever they're called for the mountains. And have our tanks swing to this right side so you can do their APCs in these hills as they go. Now the name of the game is we're going to get our stability below 100%. Then we're going to increase our police spending as we go and just keep balancing that out and raise it as high as we can until we switch over. And we'll see what the damage is. And with those dams, our power situation is like the opposite of lights out. And this is our construction. It's pretty mixed. We got to get the armored experiments, some more network inf, and get these civilians going. We got to snowball as best we can. We'll pick up some factories. We are going to wait until we have 0.8% interest, and then we're going to build our own version of the Chinese Belt Railway system here and build up only our claim states before we switch over. I think that's pretty realistic roleplay wise for it to work out. Other regions, not really, but we will just have to connect with the rails lines. That's the goal. Starting the religious divide. Nigeria faces deep religious tensions and sectarian violence that threaten national stability. Population is divided between Christianity in the south and Islam in the north. Complex socio-political landscape. And we're just going to have some of these reforms these guys are doing is too much, so instability. We haven't conducted any kind of radical training in our academy. It hasn't even been built, so it kind of creates instability. And that's what we'll go with. So while we're still the liberals, we're gonna make our own version of the infrastructure, the Chinese infrastructure plan for our West African caliphates, but we're gonna invest in their regions and build up the 5 so I can use it later as building slots as well. And just for roleplay purposes, we're going to build up this whole region. So yeah, we're going to help you guys out as we're a police state now. And that's going to rise even more instability and various questions of what's going on. I'll finish this off. We're going to contract Boko, a mysterious group of Salafists in the northeast, has begun making moves in the region, seeking to pursue greater Islamic tradition. It may be worthwhile to come in contact with them. We got to keep sending these federal forces all the time, every like 5 or 6 months, or some instability going on, and get to the breaking point. This will be the division we're going to use to run over Africa besides the big three. It's got some piercing to it. It's a 46 width. We'll attack with 3, and then per tile, additional attacks will just be the 1 for that tile. So we'll do that. We're almost ready to go. We have a new guy named Inatana Sohan or something, and he's the last of the social democrats, and they're going to convert the Christians to the Kano cause. We got our academy done, so we're going to do the infantry leader trait XP. We could do that, or we could do the start with extra skill level. Try to get a better marshal. So we're going to do that. We're trying to get a better marshal army leader. We'll do military science doctorates. And we'll go to our guys and we'll promote. Try to get someone good for our field marshal. And we'll come back to this later. This guy looks great. Lieutenant General Akin. Yeah, this is his solid stats. So we'll switch this to infantry leader now. So we have the motorized guy. And then we'll switch it to panzer leader later on. Or combined arms, whatever it is. I did forget to go into our equipment guy or our land doctrine and do the combined arms. And the leadership we need officer training. Starting level of new army leaders +1. So I gotta grab that. He did get it already. He would have been a 5, but that's okay. Kind of not okay, but it just shows you little mistakes like this can add up a lot, especially with not having 2 safe crackers and stuff like that. Not having plus 300%. It all adds up. Where are we at now? We're disarming militias and a new wave of extremism, and we'll cut that here. The next update will be the Rise. Thanks for watching.